Sir, do you know why I pulled you over? Nope. Really? You can't think of a single reason about why I pulled you over? Nope, I ain't got the foggiest idea. I think that we can all agree that dancing is the worst type of sport. Like, it shouldn't even be considered a sport. All you do is move your feet around and make yourself look like an idiot. I always hated it when my school would force the class to participate in dancing for our PE lessons. Every time we had to do a dancing assignment, I really wanted to just not do the task, but of course, those tasks were graded and contributed to our semester reports. So I had no choice but to do the stupid dance assignments if I didn't want to get a failing grade. I want you to know that if you actually enjoy doing dancing, then I absolutely hate you and I hope you die. Because it is the stupidest thing to ever exist and should not count as a sport. I've had quite a few bad experiences involving dancing, but there is one in particular that I will never forget. There was this one horrible experience that I had back in primary school that involved me being forced to do a certain dance routine. And it wasn't even for a class assignment or activity. In fact, this dance was supposed to be done by an entirely different class that was completely unrelated to mine. Unfortunately, they were missing 2 boys for their dance routine, so they had no choice but to grab 2 boys from another class. And I was one of them! I don't even know why they chose me. I suck at dancing! But the best part was that I was assigned to learn this dance routine a day before the actual performance, which was gonna be done in front of the entire school! I don't actually remember if it was the entire school or like 3/4 of it. Either way, there was a lot of people. At least hundreds of them. So I really didn't want to embarrass myself. So I had to try my hardest to learn this entire dance routine in 1 day. And to be honest, it wasn't very hard. The choreography was pretty simple and I got the movement and steps down pretty easily. But learning the dance wasn't the hard part. The hard part was learning to dance with a woman. A woman! Yep, I was gonna have to do a dance in front of hundreds of students while holding a woman in my arms. I loved my primary school so much back then. Not gonna lie though, she was kinda cute. But that's not the point! Believe it or not, I didn't used to be the confident man I am today. I used to be a very shy little boy, so I was pretty nervous when I found out that I'd have to do a slow dance with a random girl that I didn't know that well. But I had no choice but to suck it up and just get it over and done with. And then came the day where I would have to slow dance with a woman in front of hundreds of other children. I was very nervous. The way this dance routine worked was that all the dancers, with their partners, would form a circle and perform in the middle of the room. So when I got into my position, I could see hundreds of eyes laid upon me. Luckily, the girl was quite nice and reassuring and was kind enough to roll down her sleeves so I didn't have to touch her hand and get girl germs. In order to make myself less nervous, I tried my hardest to ignore the crowd that was surrounding me and watching my every move. The easiest way for me to do this was to distract myself by focusing my attention on my partner's face. I was staring into her eyes throughout the entire dance routine and managed to successfully ignore the crowd. And surprisingly, it turned out okay. There were no mess-ups and it went along quite smoothly. After the dance routine was finally over, the teacher decided to give me and the other student a reward for helping them out. And you want to know what they gave us? A single tiny chocolate bar. What a horrible reward for the amount of effort that I had to go through. Not only was it such a tiny little chocolate bar, but it was also one of the worst types of chocolate. Cherry ripe. Like, who actually likes cherry ripes? No one! Because they suck! However, There was one good thing that came from this experience. After the entire audience left and everyone was packing up, the girl I danced with came up to me and asked if I want to hang out with them sometime. Now, I think we all know where this is going. It's a dance!